Hi there, welcome to Dolan Bikes. My name is John and today I'm going to be talking to you how to unbox and assemble your brand new Dolan Atreus electric road bike. A few things you're going to need for this build: a pair of scissors, 5mm Allen key, a 6mm Allen key and a standard torque wrench. Step one is fairly self-explanatory. What we're going to do is take the scissors and cut away the tape so we can open up the box. Go. The other side. There we go. Make sure you be careful of the staples that hold the box together because they can be quite sharp. So there we go, let's take a look inside. So this is what your Atreus should look like when you open the box. A few things you're going to notice straight away. Firstly, your bars do not need adjusting, they should be fully assembled and set up for you. This goes for both the semi-integrated cabling option, which has been built on this Atreus, and the fully internal option, which is available when building your bike on our website. So you've saved yourself a job there, so therefore you just need to attach your front wheel and your seat post, which you can see just down there next to the rear wheel. It's up to you which one you start with, but today we're going to start by attaching the seat post. So in order to remove your seat post from the bottom of the box, what you're going to do is take off this bit of cardboard, just pop it to one side. Then what you're going to do is reach down and grab your seat post. In order to make that a bit easier for yourself, what it could be worth doing is just lifting the rear wheel up slightly, and that should make it easy for you. There we go, got there in the end. And what you're going to notice straight away as well is that the tape is wrapped around your seat post clamp, so that should be attached to the post itself. What you're going to do is just untape it straight away, just pop it to one side. There we go. Pop that there. So there we go, now you're ready to fit your seat post. So with the Atreus, it's the seat post that slides in first, and then you should be able to slide the clamp in after that. So let's do that now. Post goes in there, saddle just at a random height for now, then your clamp slides in just there, of course with the bolt facing upwards. I'm going to grab your 5mm Allen key and start tightening that up. There we go. And that clamp should be tightened to a maximum of 10 Newton meters. So what we're going to do is grab our torque wrench and get it nice and secure to that torque setting. There we go. There's the seat post nice and secure for us in the bike. So now it's the part we've all been waiting for, taking your bike out of the box. Just a word of warning, it is an electric bike and therefore it will of course be slightly heavier than an average road bike, so that's just something to be wary and be careful of. There we go. So since your bars are already adjusted, as I mentioned before, the only thing you're going to need to do now is attach your front wheel. So a few things you're going to notice straight away is that your axle is already located in the forks there, and there's a little red spacer between your disc brake calipers. This is fitted in there so the brakes don't squeeze together by accident whilst in transit, for example. What you're going to do to remove that, nice and simple, is just unclip it and pull it out like that. Pop it to one side or in your pocket for now. Then you're going to take your 6mm Allen key and remove your axle. That should just slide out, just like that, once it's loose enough. So there you go, now your forks are ready for your front wheel. So your next step is going to be to take your front wheel out of the box. Nice and simple. But the box isn't quite empty just yet, because if you look down into the same little box that the front wheel just came out of, you're going to see a little cardboard box with some paperwork attached to it. This cardboard box has your electric bike charger in it. So I'm going to run through all those parts in just a minute. So we're just going to put this to one side. So to attach your front wheel, you're going to grab your axle, slide the wheel between the forks with the rotor on the correct side. Slide the axle in there. Get your 6mm Allen key and tighten that up. Now that should be tightened up to a maximum of 12 Newton meters as well. So we're going to get our torque wrench with a 6mm Allen socket on it and make sure that's torqued up correctly. And there you go, your front wheel is nice and secure in your front forks. So now that your e-bike is all built up, I'm going to talk you through a few of the parts regarding your electric motor. Firstly, we're going to start with this little bit here. This is your charging port. It just lifts up like this with a rubber flap, and the port should then be exposed for you. So what you're going to do is take your charger, ensuring the plug is lined up with the socket. There we go. That plugs in there like that. And to lock it, use this little twisty bit here to push it down, and that locks it in place. So there we go. Your charger's locked in place. And when it's charging, the button on the top tube should start flashing a certain colour. If it flashes red, that means your battery is charging, but it's starting between 0 and 25%. And it'll go through all the colours corresponding to the 5 assistance levels that I'll go through in a minute. And when it starts flashing green, that means it's got between 75 and 100% of battery remaining, so it's nearly fully charged. Now I'm going to talk you through the button itself. With this button, you can control the 5 different assistance levels you get with our Dolan electric bike. And to turn it on, you just hold it down like this. Straight away it should come onto green. This is level 1, but no assistance, so it just acts just like a normal bike. So there's no assistance with the green light, it just means the motor is switched on. So if you press it again, it should come onto blue, and this is the lowest assistance level you get from the motor. It's essentially just a bit like a gentle tailwind pushing you along. So if you flick through all the way up to the maximum, red indicates full boost mode. And you might notice it's flashing green every couple of seconds. This is an indication of the battery life. The green flash means it's between 75 and 100% of charge, and as the battery drains, it will flash through all the colours you've just seen: blue, pink, yellow and red. When it gets down to red, that means the battery is between 25 and 0%, so it's definitely worth charging it up once you see it starting to flash red. Whilst building your e-bike, you may have noticed that your motor is here in the rear wheel. So that may have begged the question with yourself, how do I remove the rear wheel in the event of a puncture? It's a very good question, and I'm going to talk you through how to do that now. Before any part of the rear wheel is removed, it's very important that this cable here running along the chainstay is disconnected. That can be done quite easily just by pulling it apart like so. You may need a bit of force to be disconnected because it can sometimes be quite firm. Then what you're going to need is an 8mm Allen key, and you're going to use it to take off this nut here. There should be an identical one on that side as well that will also need to be removed. Once these nuts have been taken off the bike, there should be a spacer behind each one that will also need to be taken off the bike. Once these parts have been taken off, the wheel should be able to come out of the bike for you. And there are also some spaces between this bit of the frame and the rear disc rotor. And any spaces that are removed will need to be put back exactly where they were when you're building the bike back up again. This is so the rotor doesn't get damaged or out of alignment. So there we have it, a full assembly and run through of our Dolan Atreus carbon e-bike. If you have any questions regarding our e-bike, you can see the link to it down in the description below. That'll take you directly to its page on our website. If you need any further information than that, please don't hesitate to contact us via email or phone, and we will do our best to assist you in any way we can. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed riding your new bike.